Welcome to the 30 Goals Challenge for Educators. My name is Shelley Terrell, and today's goal is to integrate technology effectively. John Naisbitt said, "The most exciting breakthroughs of the 21st century will not occur because of technology, but because of an expanding concept of what it means to be human." I definitely think integrating technology into the classroom is extremely important. And the reason why is because when our students are in their jobs or when they're adults problem solving for the world, they need to be able to use information and communication technologies in order to problem solve and collaborate with their peers worldwide. They need to be able to learn how to communicate on these tools. And often these tools may not be in real time. Often they may not see their peers. They may communicate just through text. And this definitely takes away the body language and other types of cues that help students to be able to problem solve and do conflict resolution. So I think it's really important that students get a lot of practice with this because it will enable them to be able to be better problem solvers. And when they can solve problems, then perhaps they can tackle some of the problems that we haven't been able to solve for decades. For your short-term goal, find somewhere either online or your own lessons that you've recorded. Share with us that lesson. It should be something that you provide a link to that we can watch, and then let us know why you think it's such a great example of a lesson that integrates technology effectively. I know for me, when I approach using technology into my classroom, the first thing that comes to mind is my students and their needs. I think this needs to be the most important thing. And if we always keep this in mind, and we always try to stay in our students' shoes and try to figure out what they need for the lesson, that I think we're in a good road to effective technology integration. Oftentimes, the problem comes when teachers put their own fears first and they think, oh, then I'm not really sure if I know this technology, or I got to learn all these Web 2.0 tools. And they keep worrying and worrying and worrying about all these things when really it's the students that matter the most. And I really believe that it's not necessarily the tool, it's the way the tool is used. And even for one project, maybe somebody can use the interactive whiteboard in an effective way. And then maybe somebody will use something like a Wii game in a better way. So I think it doesn't necessarily depend on the tool. It depends how you integrate it and use it. A couple of factors that come into my thinking are choice. I like to give my students the flexibility to be able to choose how they will use technology and even what kind of tools. For example, I had my high school English language learners create advertisements. But first of all, they had to research previous advertisements, and it could be any. It could be video, it could be radio, it could be magazine, it could be any of those. And what they did was they outlined the stereotypes that they found in them and some other communication problems, and they had to talk about these problems in their essays and give a critical eye to them. And then they had to go back and they had to redo the advertisement and fix these problems. Well, my students were able to use any method they found to be able to fix these. They could do radio shows, so some of them did podcasts, and they had to present this to the class, including their papers. Some of them did it on Windows Movie Maker, and at the time this was a while back, so around, I would say, 2004, and so I wasn't really keen on Web 2.0 tools then. I really didn't know about them, and I didn't know about all this technology, so my students really were the ones who taught me. I just said, do what you want, you just have to be able to present it. The result was just fascinating and incredible, and they wrote some of the best essays, and I think it was because they were highly motivated to do this. When we think about it, I think we definitely have to think about how it balances one's life. And what I mean by that is the technologies we have today are so incredible. They have the ability to get students out of their chairs and moving. I love integrating game-based technology into the classroom. And the reason is because this is healthy for students. It's not healthy for students to stay in desks all day. But if you have like a Wii game or something like that where they're able to move and they're able to learn something with the video game, I think that's fantastic. I've seen for language learners that when they play WoW or when they play different things like Wii karaoke and stuff. This is a way that they're practicing their English. They're singing, they're all excited, cheering each other on, and at the same time, not only are they learning English, but they're moving, and that's so healthy for them. I've talked with Ian Chia from Australia, and he does the Send Felicity website, and his approach to technology and developing technology and apps is just incredible. And one of the things I want to share with you is his upcoming app, the Send Felicity app. This app, what it does is it allows the child to integrate their real world into the app with creating art. And it's just this huge mixture of technology and the real world and exploration and motivation and curiosity and art. And it's just beautiful. I think this is a beautiful, perfect combination of art, of effective technology integration. And it just blows my mind. And I think that's what our lessons should do. They should really try to blow students' minds. They should encourage them and motivate them to want to explore and get so excited about a topic. Your long-term goal is to be able to observe what makes a great technology lesson. What are the qualities? And for you to begin to implement that, this sort of checklist that you come up with of what effective technology integration is, and to use it as your guide of what, when you're integrating technology into a lesson,